Hello, hello. Have you met someone who have been through potentially traumatic situations, childhood experiences that become internalized and remain forever painful on them? And you can realize it, you can see that through their actions, to their tone of voice, to their posture, to their intonation, through the ways that they lead life in general. Do you also see that through them, or when their reactions, because their demands and the pressures they've gone through life seem kind of forever. They never end. They feel like with no hope. They feel like you see these individuals kind of having given up, searching for solutions. That might be a symptom. It might be, often it is a type of chronic stress. Look, this type of stress is the most devastating to our health and wellness, and is the least discussed because it is something very private, and a lot of individuals feel it's none of my business, so the relationship doesn't develop because these individuals tend to be, actually they step aside, or they're in a negative rut, right? That a lot of folks actually leave them alone. Well, leave them alone actually is not helping, those individuals who need the help the most. So a lot of these times, the chronic stress is basically the grinding that wears people out in a everyday, year after year. So this is not acute like we episodic either. This has been going on for a long time, right? Look, my name is Maria Horstman. I'm a health and wellness consultant at BFABU, and I'm here to empower individuals who are stressed out, who are sugar and carb lovers, to optimize their weight and their health so they rediscover vitality, happiness, and lead a fulfilling life. So look, I've gone through all kinds of stress. Now, chronic stress like this, no, I have not. I've gone through a lot of, acute and episodic stresses, stress types in different parts, but going for year after year, no. I've been through prolonged periods of time where I want to say, a couple of years, that goes ups and downs. It got to a point that I felt like I'm not having fun. Not that I wasn't looking for a solution, but I was really kind of depressed, for a while. And so this happens, and we have to seek help. So a lot of these people who are, with a chronic stress, they experience that. It comes from a profound, it profoundly impacts their personality as well, like I mentioned. So look for traits like that. The view of the world and their belief system is kind of created because of what led them to get here. And a lot of times comes from their childhood. The world has been threatened, to them. It's based on a place they've been, could be a house that they were raised, could be, traumas related to abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse. They feel like there is no way out, so they kind of step away and let life takes over. And when life takes over, it leads often to, a worse place, because now you're not in charge anymore. You're just kind of waking up in the morning when you can, and with the bare minimum you can, you are not being your best. Your personality is hidden. Something else has taken over that, right? So the personality of these individuals has deepened, right, to be reformulated and rebranded to the circumstances that happen, day after day, year after year. So their beliefs, like I said, is different. And in order to kind of change this around often is required, some more professional, professional healing, from therapy to coaching to a really reformulation of lifestyle, step by step. Often you're going to find those people who are also depressed, who are chronically stressed, right? They're doing their best to stay afloat. But at the same time, life is not the same that maybe life in my life are. If you're not obviously listening to this and you don't feel like you're in a chronic state. So now, consequences on their health, it's pretty profound, from heart issues to adrenal glands being burned out, to digestive issues, to blood sugar imbalances, insulin imbalances, neurotransmitter, out of whack. Like I said, depression is often a consequence of chronic stress as well. Their life is really, out of order. They're feeling out of control in a way, and they are in a miserable situation. So those are, and obviously when you are in that state, it's kind of, hard for somebody to get out of that on their own. So that's what I said, that normally it needs some additional help. And so the takeaway from this is, I want you to take a self-assessment and be real with yourself, right? Because my promise to you is this: there is a way out. There is always a way out. And maybe today is the message that you needed to hear, if that's the case. Maybe if it's not for you, it is for somebody else that you know in your life that might need that help. I'm begging you to listen to yourself and to others, right? Pay attention and provide some. What is all needed is to open it up, create this space, a safe space for that person to kind of, talk. And opening up is a good first step. And then when we get the person to open up, then we can slowly take steps to help that individual to get into a more positive state. So again, this is type 3 chronic stress. We talked on day 1 about acute. We talked on day 2 yesterday about episodic stress, acute stress, and today we're talking about chronic stress, which is the least discussed and the most damaging to health. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate. You can find me at bfabbu.com. If you're listening this into my Facebook page. Go on with your day. Tomorrow we're going to start talking about how stress impacts our body, physically, mentally, and emotionally. A little beyond what I've just spoken the last 3 days. So in the meantime, go move your fanny, because that's one of the best ways to manage your stress. And that's what I did early this morning already. So take care, folks. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye.